Hey everyone, it's Leslie here. And in lieu of a Facebook Live for this week, because I am traveling, I am at a conference this week, I thought what I would do is talk to you a little bit about why I am so passionate about the coaching work that I do with clients. So I work with high achievers who have been through some adversity and are on the other side of that now and are looking to create more for themselves. And a bit about my own journey will explain how I came into that. So I consider myself a self-proclaimed high achiever. I am super passionate about learning and pursuing new skills and growth and self-development and self-help and all of that. Basically, like all of those things that help me be the best version of myself that I can be. And that journey essentially has driven many of the pursuits throughout the course of my life. Also, I am someone who has been through a lot of adversity. So went through a lot of trauma in childhood and also some in adulthood, and have really had some difficult things that I've had to overcome in the course of my life. And because I have such a deep desire to understand those experiences that happened to me and my place in them and heal from them, like that got me on a journey of not just self-development, but also pursuing mental health and psychotherapy as a career. So I went to school for that, and I have spent the last 15 years practicing as a psychotherapist, specifically working with people who have had traumatic experiences and how to overcome them. And alongside doing that work with my clients, I have helped countless hundreds, if not thousands of people at this point. I did a deep dive into treatment modalities and got certified in EMDR and all of those kinds of things. Like, you have a good skill set there. And meanwhile I was doing that, I was also doing my own trauma healing work to help myself to move past that. And eventually, after several years, I got to a place where things were pretty stable, and that was new for me. I had a healthy, long-term, stable relationship. I had stable living situations. I bought a house. I built a sustainable business. I had good social support. I had the means and the time to travel and pursue activities that I loved. So overall, I had a really good life. And I definitely lived into that for a good long while, probably a few years. I just hung out there, like kind of marveling at the fact that things were so different from what my life had looked like earlier in terms of just how I felt and my level of trust and capacity to hold those things. And then, of course, because I am such a high achiever and I really like to continue learning and growing, after a period of time, I got to a point where once I learned to trust that stability, I didn't necessarily get bored per se, but I did start to have thoughts of like, is this all there is? This is just going to be my life now? There must be more. I kind of wondered what else could be on the horizon for me. And that really sparked kind of an internal debate for a period of time, because there wasn't really anything wrong. Like, where do I go for something like that? Like, my life's good. There's nothing really that's going wrong or that's a problem per se, but I just know that there must be more. And I recognized that I wasn't really clearly thinking or identifying like what that could be. I just wanted to explore it, but I didn't know where to go to kind of like find that out. So fortunately, it was about that time that I discovered coaching. And the experiences that I have had in the coaching capacity have really blown my mind. They have been transformative in the sense, like, as much, if not more so, for how I transformed my life earlier with therapy when I was working through all of those difficult things. Coaching has been the tool that I have used for the last several years that has helped me really take things to the next level for myself. And just like some examples of that come to mind would be like, I went from, when I say I, had a transformative experience, like literally saying to myself, like, oh, I could never do that, whatever the thing is, to then becoming someone who is able to say, oh, I just did that. Like I literally did things that I did not think I was capable of doing. And I learned to create more for myself in terms of more connection in my life, more compassion. So instead of just having self-compassion, I was able to learn to truly love myself. Instead of feeling like no matter what I did, because I think this goes along with high achievers, there's some perfectionistic stuff usually going on for most of us, where it's like, no matter what I do, it's never enough, to being in this place of really believing that I am sufficient and whole unto myself, and there's not a need to have to try to do something to prove that. And so the things that I would want to create or want to do are coming from a place of desire rather than feeling like it's a need. Okay, so those are just some of the examples of how the coaching tools that I have learned along the way have really helped me change and transform my own life. And because it was so extreme, some of the things that I have done, I really want to share that now with others. So if you are someone who considers yourself a high achiever, who has maybe been through some adversity and is on the other side of that now, and you're kind of wondering, what's next for me? Where do I go? I want to offer to you that I have built a coaching program. It's called Good to Great. It's very holistic in nature, and it is designed to help you take yourself from where you are now to that next level, to be able to create more of the things that you want to experience, whether it's more calm in your day-to-day, more clarity in your desires, more connection with your family, or more being present, or just a sense of like more internal sufficiency, so you can turn off some of that go, go, go energy that's always there pushing you. That can lead to burnout and exhaustion, and just it takes us away from living in the moment. So I would love to know if any of what part of my journey is maybe resonating with you, and how you would describe that for yourself. And if this is something that you have also been looking for and just been wondering, well, where do I go and who can help with something like this? Because it's maybe not an issue that you would necessarily bring to a therapist. I 100% get that. And that is why I designed the program the way that I did, to help support you through this next phase for yourself. And so if that's you, I would love to chat. The best way to do that would be to click the link in my bio and just schedule a call with me, and we can talk about what you want to bring into your life, what more you want to create, and how my Good to Great program can help you do that. So, all right, that is what I have for you all this week, and I hope that I connect and hear from many of you very soon. Take good care and have a great week, everyone.